dressed up and no place to go. Why, do you ask, is Yanni all dressed up and has no place to go? Well, the only time I don't have somewhere to go is because I'm here in my studio, and it's open studio day today here in Beijing. So I've just finally got everything set up. It's an hour or so before the visitors get here, but I thought I'd give you a quick look around at my little exhibition for 8 weeks in Beijing. And I'll go, there's one of my main walls. You can see all the paintings. And what I'll do is go from first to last. This was my first painting when I came to Beijing, and that's about the changing face of Beijing, the old culture being superseded by the shiny modern youth, clutching the obligatory 2 mobile phones. Then this was the second one, where I fell in love with the text, the Chinese text. But also I like the authoritarian nature of the anachronistic security checkpoint. They're obsolete now, they're not used, but this is used instead. The camera. So that's keeping an eye on people. The next painting is a follow-on to the old guy and the shiny horse. This is in the Hutongs. And the Hutongs are 1,000-year-old places in some cases, 400 or 500 years on average here. And what I've done is an antique cabinet sitting in a Hutong, which symbolises the old, beautiful culture, being superseded by, yes, you guessed it, iPhones. And then I've moved on, again, because I'm quite infatuated with this stuff, this writing. I have no idea what it means, but it shouts at you. And again, numbers, they play a lot with what I do. And this is called check 6. It's an aviation saying when something's really wrong and you're not sure. So check 6, and that's to look out. Look out. So that was another checking station. Then I moved more into my local surroundings. Again, in love with the text. Don't know what it means, but I like the look of it. Now this is in my village here, Feichikan. A quick pen's sketch, ink sketch I did with a calligraphy pen, because everyone seemed to be buying those as soon as we got here, so I got one. And this measures over 6.5 feet high. And of course I finished it off with a bit of oil. Yeah, that's a quick squiggle. I love my 3 birds. I love birds. There they are. And the process of all this, I've been doing a bit of ink drawing and computer drawing and computer modelling. So I've got some Hutong oriented stuff. But here's some of my my local scenes again, done with the ink. It's a bit, I've got to work out how to get the thickness right, but you know, it's all a learning curve. There's a fishmonger down the road. The fish jump out of this thing here. This is my attempt at a calligraphy brush, looking at the beautiful architecture that abounds in Beijing. And here's an idea I had. The happy camera face looking down, overseeing the inhabitants of Beijing. And before I get to the last picture, which I was still working on today, here's some more inks, and these are done with brush and sticks I found out in the front yard. So, and what I've done is replace their heads with symbols, Chinese symbols, and that's femininity and security. So There's one for you. Tiananmen Venus. That's femininity in reverse. We're looking at some of the icons around Beijing as well. Tiananmen Square. The bird cage, one of my favourite places. She's just expressing her security. She's feminine, she's beautiful. Here's one of my ladies in outback China, I suppose you call it. There's the Great Wall in the distance. All imagination. Now here's an idea I had, which may still grow. Because of the obsessive nature of the cameras everywhere, I've turned a beautiful model into a camera head. Here we are again with femininity. It's kind of having a go at Ingress. Infinity, that's for my wife. And again, one of my symbols, being watched by the camera. So, and over there, oh, I forgot that one. Because I didn't hang everything, I've got heaps of it. This was looking at the architecture again, and of course, yeah, I finished it off with a beautiful lady bending over in front of it. Now, my real thesis for coming here was to work on the idea of how, where I live in Australia, in the Pilbara, hundreds of millions of tonnes of our earth is being put on trains that are like 2 kilometres long, and not just one a day, like they're endless. And they're going and going, the ships go to the horizon, they're filled up with ore, and off they go, and the mining companies make $18 million a ship, which is not too bad. But while I was here, I was trying to tie it all together. And I finally came up with something. There's a building in Beijing, which is probably a preeminent, it's a signature of Beijing, and it's called the CCTV building. And it's a Chinese television building. And it's quite stunning, actually. The locals call it the Pants. And so I had an idea while I was having a coffee, and I drew it on a little bit of paper to start off. And you can see that's the Pilbara, or my idea of the Pilbara, and the Pants building. Well, today I've been working on it. I started it a few days ago, and here it is. This is the last painting in the series. There you go.